The no. One thing that makes people rich. I read over 20 books a year, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the number one thing that I learned from the book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The author spent over 20 years researching what makes people rich, and he interviewed over 500 millionaires of his time to come up with the formula for success. And guess what? It was not what he expected at all. Before we dive into it, let me tell you this. The richest man in Babylon is not where you expect it to be. You won't find him in a mansion or a Hummer limo or even driving a Lamborghini. In fact, you'll find him sitting right next to you in your classroom, in your office, in your church pew, or even waiting in line at the grocery store. And do you know why? It's because wealth is simply a matter of shifting your thinking. And if you can learn how to do it, then money will follow. But if you don't, well, unfortunately, neither will money, nor happiness, nor success. So, are you ready to learn how to become the richest person in the room, no matter how much money you currently have? Then let's begin. Lesson 1. Money and its power. First of all, we need to understand what money really is and how it works. Most people see money as something static, something that once they get it, it's just there. But in reality, money is a flowing, dynamic energy that constantly changes hands. And the way that you view money will determine whether you become a giver or a taker. Now, you might be thinking, what does that mean? Well, when you approach money with an open hand, you're ready to receive it. When you think about money flowing into your life easily and effortlessly, you're opening yourself up to receiving it. On the other hand, when you clench your fist around money, you think of it as something scarce and hard to get. You're closing yourself off from ever receiving it. So the first step to getting rich is to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Believe that money flows to you easily and abundantly. Once you open your hands and your heart to receive it, the universe will conspire to make it happen. Lesson 2. Desire. Desire is the starting point of all human achievement. It's the motivating force that drives us to take action and make things happen. However, it's important to note that desire alone is not enough. It must be focused, unwavering, and accompanied by a clear plan of action. For example, let's say you want to buy a new car. Having a desire for the car is not going to make it appear in your driveway. You also need to figure out how much the car costs, how much you can afford to pay for it each month, and how long it will take you to save up enough money to purchase it. You may also need to consider other expenses associated with owning a car, such as insurance, gas, and maintenance. And after figuring all of that out, you need to set a goal to save a certain amount of money each month. Finally, you need to take action by putting your plan into motion. This may involve cutting back on unnecessary spending, taking on a side hustle, or investing in ways that can generate income. By following these steps, you turn your desire for a new car into a tangible reality. Lesson 3. Autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is the practice of using positive affirmations and self-talk to shape your beliefs and behavior. It's a technique that can help you overcome limiting beliefs and negative self-talk that may be holding you back from achieving your goals. To practice autosuggestion, start by identifying your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk. These are the thoughts that pop into your head whenever you're faced with a challenge or setback. For example, whenever I try to do something new, I tell myself I'm not good enough or smart enough. Next, replace these negative thoughts with positive affirmations. This can be difficult at first, but with practice, you can retrain your mind to think more positively. For example, instead of saying I'm not good enough, say I am capable and deserving of success. Finally, repeat your affirmations regularly. You can do this by writing them down, putting them on sticky notes, or setting reminders on your phone. The key is to make your affirmations a part of your daily routine, so that they become ingrained in your subconscious mind. As you continue to practice autosuggestion, you'll start to notice a shift in your thinking. Your positive affirmations will eventually override your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk, helping you to achieve your goals and live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 4. Specialized knowledge. Knowledge is power, and specialized knowledge is the key to unlocking financial abundance. If you want to get rich, you need to invest in your education and become an expert in your field. But here's the thing. General knowledge is not enough. You need to dig deeper and develop a deep understanding of a particular area of expertise. This could be anything from finance and investing, to marketing and sales, to technology and innovation. The possibilities are endless. And the more specialized your knowledge, the more valuable it will be. But how do you acquire specialized knowledge? Well, it starts with a curious mind. You need to be willing to ask questions and seek out answers. This may involve reading books, taking courses, attending workshops, or even shadowing experts in your field. You also need to be persistent and disciplined. Acquiring specialized knowledge takes time and effort, but the payoff is worth it. As you become more knowledgeable and skilled in your area of expertise, you'll be able to command higher pay, attract better opportunities, and ultimately build more wealth. So if you want to get rich, invest in your education, become an expert, and watch your wealth grow. Lesson 5. Hard work. Hard work is often seen as the cornerstone of success and wealth building. Many believe that if you just put in the hours and effort, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. However, it's important to remember that hard work alone is not enough. You need to be smart about how you work hard. It's not just about putting in the hours, but also about working efficiently and effectively. One way to do this is by setting clear goals and priorities. This will help you stay focused and ensure that your efforts are directed towards achieving your desired outcome. Another way to work hard smartly is by learning to manage your time effectively. This means being organized, setting deadlines, and avoiding distractions. Procrastination and perfectionism can also hinder your progress. It's important to start early and take action even if you don't feel completely ready. Remember that success is a journey, not a destination, so enjoy the process and celebrate your accomplishments along the way. By working hard, staying focused, and learning from your experiences, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals and building wealth. Lesson 6. Patience. Patience is a virtue that is often overlooked, but it is an essential ingredient for building wealth. Getting rich is not an overnight process and requires patience and persistence. It's important to have realistic expectations and be prepared to wait for your investments to grow. One way to cultivate patience is to practice gratitude. Being grateful for what you have now will help you appreciate the journey and trust that things will work out in the end. Another way to practice patience is to focus on the process rather than the outcome. This means breaking down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps and celebrating your accomplishments along the way. It's also important to learn from your mistakes and setbacks and use them as opportunities to grow and improve. Remember that everyone's path to success is different, and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. Stay true to yourself and your goals, and be patient with the process. With hard work, dedication, and a little bit of patience, you'll be on your way to building the life you desire. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love and subscribe.